Hey, what's up everyone? This is Cassius Methyl, and today I'm going to talk about the square from Jupiter to Saturn that's building up from July 15th to peak August 3rd to start to fade around August 7th through 14th of 2015. And I'm going to talk about the events that transpired in the week of July 13th to 17th. Or 19th. So this week, the week of July 13th, we experienced from Sunday to Wednesday the 15th, the Tuesday and Wednesday it peaked, we experienced the opposition of Mars and then Mercury to Pluto. Mars opposed Pluto, and then Mercury came to conjoin Mars, align with Mars to oppose Pluto too. So that happened, that peaked Tuesday and Wednesday and started coming on Sunday to Wednesday. And that's why you felt that intensity. I know you felt it. You felt it either intensely negative and confrontational and very difficult to deal with and probably confrontational, or you may have experienced it as a positive boost of energy that still has a high potential for confrontation and intensity. So that happened, and so it also agitated something that not many astrologers are picking up on. It's no minor aspect, even though a semi-square is called a minor aspect. The opposition from Mars and Mercury to Pluto agitated the Saturn-Pluto semi-square. This semi-square is more significant than a lot of other semi-squares because Pluto and Saturn are both retrograding, stuck in the peak of this semi-square. They're pretty much stuck in an extended peak. They're almost moving at the same speed. So the fact that they're stuck in this semi-square means that anytime another planet makes, a conjunction or an opposition or a sextile or anything to these two planets, it agitates the darkness, depression, and bad energies of limiting and confrontational, restricting energies of the Saturn semi-square Pluto. Saturn semi-square Pluto will make you doubt yourself. It will give you genuinely intense rays of depression and just negative energy. Saturn and Pluto synodic cycles are some of the most negative feeling aspects in astrology. To be totally honest. I posted a status about this, one of my daily horoscopes in my group, about how just negative this Mars-Mercury opposition to Pluto was, and I kind of exaggerated. Well, I didn't even exaggerate the negativity of it because it really was negative, but it just didn't help to post it and just proclaim how negative it was without offering something positive. So I ended up editing that post many times, and on Wednesday night, the new moon of Wednesday night, it got all better, and today's Friday, and it feels a lot better, So, okay, this is the big perspective of what's going on. July 15th to August 3rd, fading by August 14th. Jupiter square Saturn. This is an aspect that hasn't occurred since 2005. It's about a once every 10-year aspect. It's a challenging aspect, square, a 90-degree angle between two planets. So this is an aspect that makes you want to expand what is concrete in your life and make foundations. And in addition to the Jupiter trying to Uranus, we're trying to expand our ideas right now. And we're getting epiphanies, and we're making major advancements in our life. But this is still a period of time where we're trying to expand, and we just get hit with a wall of limitation. This is so that you do what you're doing perfectly. This is a fateful time to check yourself, and a time to basically look at what you have to do to really advance. You can't just expand yourself without thinking of what you have to do first. You can't do it when you're not ready. So this is a time you're trying to expand, and you have to recognize what you have to do to expand. And it's a bit of a hard lesson at times, and it could be more positive or negative based on your individual chart, but collectively this is a time of expansion and then limitation that teaches you how to really expand in the long term without being impractical. So that's what Jupiter square Saturn is about. And also, so people are all talking about some kind of ascension or some kind of intense events to transpire from now till September 23rd, the final blood moon and eclipse. And I think the blood moon is significant because an exact conjunction, and that's an exact new moon and full moon. So when you have that, you have the energies of the full moon and the new moon perfectly beaming whatever energy is behind them to Earth. And people are thinking that this ascension energy that we're feeling, partially from the Uranus-Pluto square awakening aspect of the last 4 years, they think that these blood moons and perfect conjunctions are the reason for this foreign energy to cause ascension symptoms and all these strange phenomena we've been seeing. But I think there's another layer of that. I think that's Quasar, the dwarf planet that's extremely close to the ecliptic plane, the plane of all planets, the zodiac plane. This dwarf planet, this higher power called Quasar, I think it's more effective than many of the other dwarf planets because it's closer to the ecliptic plane, the plane of all planets, than almost any other dwarf planet except for Pluto. So Quasar conjoins the galactic center at 27 degrees Sagittarius, exact for I believe the first time November 23rd. November 23rd, Quasar conjoins the galactic center, the point on the ecliptic plane where the galaxy is, the center of the galaxy. So anytime anything conjoins the galactic center, it brings energy from the center of our galaxy, the deep intuitive recesses of our soul, extra abilities, and deep intuition. It brings that to your consciousness. When the moon will conjoin Quasar and the galactic center, when some planet or point conjoins Quasar and the galactic center at 27 degrees at Sagittarius, it will activate this energy, and that's when you will feel it. And some kind of ascension thing might be susceptible to happening then, but as a predictive astrologer, how can I say? The only way we can objectively determine what could happen when Quasar conjoins the galactic center is to examine what happened in the 1540s when this happened, and in the 1760s when this happened. So historical analysis of those times will give us objective proof of what may happen in this time. The conjunction of Ixion and Quasar, 1984 to 2000, is thought to be one of the things that brought the internet into our world. Ixion and Quasar are two dwarf planets almost at 2/3 orbital resonance with Neptune, which means that for every 3 revolutions of Neptune around the Sun, Ixion and Quasar make 2 revolutions around the Sun. They almost move at the same speed, Ixion and Quasar. So their alignment, their conjunction 1984 to 2000, was an event that hasn't happened since like 2000 BC. No, 200 BC. So Ixion and Quasar aligned, conjoined from 1984 to 2000. This might have been something that brought the internet here. In 1996, Pluto, Ceres, Ixion, Quasar, and Nessus, 5 dwarf planets were conjoined and activated in Sagittarius, the beginning of Sagittarius. So this Ixion Quasar energy is a higher power, something that it can only be activated in our consciousness or collective consciousness by a conjunction, an alignment to those planets with something like the moon, Pluto, whatever it is that's on the ecliptic plane. This must be activated, and once it is activated, we'll feel some higher power change our reality majorly. These are higher powers that we seldom understand in our solar system, that are extremely important to long-term transformation of our collective and individual consciousness. Quasar and Ixion. I hope this was useful to you. Join my group, Tryptamine Astrology and True Mysticism. The link is in the description of the video below. And like my page on Facebook, Tryptamine Astrology Readings. Also, the link is in the description of this video. And let me know if you need a natal chart reading or a prediction of your individual future for the next 6 months, for the year. Any astrological services you can imagine, and individual lessons I offer for extremely cheap, Message my page, Tryptamine Astrology Readings, for any kind of reading, lesson, anything you need. It's reasonably priced, maybe like $30 to $100, usually around $30. A natal chart reading is 20 to 30 pages now. And much love. Keep being awake, discern truth from illusion carefully, and much love, light, and intelligence. Peace.